This is Current Affairs Prime Time. You're watching the Current Affairs Show and I'm Kush. Let's see the first headline. India Post Payments Bank kicked off its operations by rolling out pilot services in Raipur and Ranchi. India Post Payment Bank is one of the three first payment banks of India, including the Airtel and the Paytm Payments Bank. A payment bank is a bank that focuses on providing financial inclusion by opening the demand deposits in their banks. These banks would have a maximum deposit of 1 lakh rupees. Next headline. In a circular to the banks, the RBI, however, stated the weekly limits of 24,000 rupees on savings bank account will continue. So we have a new limit of the ATM withdrawals, that is 24,000 maximum amount that could be taken out in a day or in a week. Similarly, in the current and the other accounts, that is the overdraft, there is no such limit. Next headline. The Supreme Court appointed former Comptroller and Auditor General Chief Vinod Rai as BCI Chief. You have to tell us who are the other members of this committee that is called as the Committee of Administrators, which includes people like Ramachandra Guha. Next headline. Miss France Iris Mitteneri was crowned Miss Universe 2016 at the Mall of Asia Arena. Miss Colombia Andrea Tovar won the second runner-up. Next headline. Dushyant Chautala has been appointed as the president of the Table Tennis Federation of India. He is the youngest to be the president of TTFI. Next headline. Indian actress Priyanka Chopra has made it to the list of Harper Bazaar magazine's 150 most fashionable women. She shared this particular post on her Twitter page as well. Next headline. Indian shuttler PV Sindhu won the Syed Modi International Grand Prix gold after beating Indonesia's Gregoria Mariska in the final. Now, this event was in the news because of the absence of Saina Nehwal. Next headline. Former Union Minister E. Ahmed, who collapsed in Parliament, has died. He was 78. He was a leading figure of the Union Muslim League Party. Next headline. Basant Panchami was celebrated on the 1st of February 2017. You can see in the image, people involve themselves in various activities like kite flying. Next headline. IPS officer from Union Territories cadre Amulya Patnaik is appointed as the Chief of Delhi Police. He succeeded by Alok Verma. Alok Verma is now the CBI Chief. Next headline. The Karnataka State Cabinet approved amending Prevention of Cruelty Animals Bill 1960 Act to enable or amend the laws concerning the Kambala practice, that is related to the buffalo. A similar practice was in Tamil Nadu, that was a more in news, that is Jallikattu, which is taming of the bulls. Next headline. Reliance Defence and Engineering Limited, that is RDEL, a wholly owned arm of Reliance Infrastructure Limited, RINFRA, has signed a contract worth Rs 916 crores with the Ministry of Defence to design and construct 14 fast petrol vessels for the Indian Coast Guard. So the days are near when we would have an indigenous Indian fast petrol vessel. Next headline. Veteran journalist Dev Dutt passed away. He was 88 years old. He was the very few journalist who was alive who saw the assassination of the father of our nation, Mr. Mahatma Gandhi. Next headline. The union budget has allocated Rs 10,000 crore towards recapitalization of public sector banks in fiscal year 2017-18. This particular program, this particular funding is under the Indradhanush program. Next headline. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has proposed a creation of a 6-member Payments Regulatory Board in the RBI, headed by the RBI Governor Urjit Patel. Now, this regulatory board would be in line with the Monetary Policy Committee that also has 6 members. The chairperson of both those committees or boards would be Urjit Patel, which would include 3 members from RBI and 3 members from the central government. Next headline. A new and restructured central scheme with a focus on export infrastructure, namely Trade Infrastructure for Export Scheme, TIES, will be launched in 2017-18. This was announced in the budget 2017-18. Next headline. Income Tax Department led by Sushil Chandra has launched Operation Clean Money to verify the cash deposited in the banks during November 9th to December 30th, 2016. So all the people who tried to divulge their funds are now under the scanner with this scheme, with this yojana, that is the Operation Clean Money. Next headline. Chadian Foreign Affairs Minister Faki Mahamat has been appointed as the African Union head. Now let's have a recap of all the headlines. India Post Payment Bank starts pilot services. RBI lifts ATM withdrawal limits from February 1, 2017. Supreme Court appoints former CAG chief Vinod Rai as BCI chief. France's Iris Mittenere wins Miss Universe 2016. Dushyant Chautala is new TTFI president. Priyanka Chopra among 150 most fashionable women. PV Sindhu wins Syed Modi International Badminton Tournament. Former Minister E. Ahmed dies after suffering cardiac arrest. Basant Panchami is being celebrated today. Amulya Patnaik appointed as Delhi Police Chief. Karnataka government approves amending laws on Kumbala. Reliance Defence signs contract with Ministry of Defence. Veteran journalist Dev Dutt passes away. Rupees 10,000 crore allocated for PSB recapitalization. Government proposes Payments Regulatory Board in RBI. Government to launch ties to fund export infrastructure, and Income Tax Department ITD launches Operation Clean Money, and Musa Faki Mahamat appointed as African Union head. Let's move forward, and now we have the quiz. RBI lifts ATM withdrawal limit recently from, and the answer? It is from the current, the cash credit and the overdraft accounts. Next question. Name the cities in which India Post Payments Bank kicked off its operations by rolling out pilot services. The answer? The answer is it is Raipur and Ranchi in Chhattisgarh. Next question. Who has been appointed as the BCI chief or the head of the Committee of Administrators by Supreme Court? And the answer? The answer is Mr. Vinod Rai. Next question. Who has won the Miss Universe 2016? And the answer? It is Miss France Iris Mittenere. Next question. Who has been appointed as the new Table Tennis Federation of India president? And the answer? Dushyant Chautala. Next question. Name the list in which Indian actress Priyanka Chopra inducted among 150 most fashionable women recently. And the answer? It is Harper Bazaar's. Next question. Name the badminton player which has won the Syed Modi International Badminton Tournament. And the answer is? The answer is it is PV Sindhu. Next question. Name the renowned journalist and Gandhian who has been passed away recently. And the answer? It is Dev Dutt. Next question. Who has been moved as the director of CBI? And the answer is? The answer is Mr. Amulya Patnaik. Next question. Name the state which has approved the amending laws to lift ban on Kambala and bullock cart trade recently. And the answer is? The answer is Karnataka. Let's proceed. Name the defense company which has signed a contract with Ministry of Defence to construct 14 fast patrol vessels for the Indian Coast Guard. And the answer? The answer is Reliance Defence. Next question. How much is the amount decided in the Union Budget to allocate towards recapitalization of public sector banks in the fiscal year 2017-18? And the answer is? It is 10,000 crores. Let's proceed. Name the 6-member committee of RBI which has been proposed by Finance Minister Arun Jaitley to replace the existing board for regulation and supervision of payment and settlement system recently. The answer is? It is Payments Regulatory Board. Next question. A new scheme which will be introduced by the Government of India to create infrastructure for exports, a move aimed at reducing transactions cost for traders named TIEs. What is the full form of TIEs? The answer? It is Trade Infrastructure for Export Scheme. Next question. A new scheme will be introduced by Government of India to create infrastructure for exports, a move aimed at reducing transaction cost for traders named TIEs. What is the full form of TIEs? It is Trade Infrastructure for Export Scheme. With this, we come to an end to our discussion of the current affairs between 31st January to 2nd of Feb. This is Kush signing out from this show. Peace out.